What's up, guys? Ron Harris here, MD online editor, and the big breaking news just broke on the Dragon Pharma website. Big Ramy has announced he will be competing at the EuropaPro Alicante, Spain. That is happening Sunday, October 11th. There was huge speculation that Ramy would either do that show or Chicago. There's only two more shows left to qualify for the Mr. Olympia contest, and that's those two shows. It's Alicante, Spain, the EuropaPro, and the Chicago Pro the week after. Selfishly, I had hoped he was going to do Chicago because I'll be at that show. It's actually in Atlanta, Georgia. So another thing was people thought Ramy would probably get a special invitation. He wouldn't try to qualify for the Olympia. He would ask for a special invite, and why not? I mean, they don't really need a special reason to give an invite. You know, last year Cedric McMillan got an invitation because due to his U.S. Army obligations, he was unable to prepare for a qualifying show to get enough points. He had some points. But, you know, in the past, they used to give Gunther Schlierkamp, Joe Weider, when he was still alive, he would extend the invite to Gunther Schlierkamp several times for no good reason other than that, you know, Gunther was marketable, big, blonde, good-looking guy with a great smile, and it was good to have him in the Olympia. So had Ramy asked for an invite? Did I hear about Brandon Curry's latest sponsorship? No, I mean, I know he's with SciTech. Who else is he with? Yeah, so Ramy actually, he did the Arnold earlier this year. What did he do, third? I think he was third, right? And, you know, it's kind of a disappointment there's three gentlemen that were really in high contention to win the Spain show. And I'm not saying that they can't. I'm not saying Ramy's unbeatable, that these guys can't beat him. But I'm talking about James Hollingshead from the UK, Rafael Brandao from Brazil, who's now in Boca Raton, Florida, training with Flex Lewis, and Regan Grimes from Canada. Now, all three of these guys have made tremendous improvements since last year. They're much bigger. Hollingshead's way bigger than he's ever been, looking grainy, shredded, Dorian-esque even. Rafael Brandao, young guy, he's gotten a lot bigger, round, full. Regan Grimes, every time you see Regan, he's bigger. So you know what? I'm not saying that these guys can't beat him. Who knows? I've seen stranger things. Ramy needs to come in top form. If he comes in off, he could get beat just like anybody else. Everybody's beatable. And those three guys I just mentioned, James Hollingshead, Rafael Brandao, Regan Grimes, and if I'm leaving anyone out, it's not because I don't like them or something. These are just the three biggest names, biggest threats in my mind for that title, and they still are. Yeah, Regan has a great physique. I mean, all three of those guys I just mentioned, tremendous physiques on them. I think it would have been a dogfight. It's still going to be a dogfight. And the thing about this show, which is different from all the other shows, is that not just the winner qualifies, but the top three finalists will all qualify for the Mr. Olympia. So, you know, theoretically, that was my top three. And again, if I'm leaving anybody out that was a top open men's competitor, you know, I heard Blessing Awadibu, but I'm going on track record. If you look at Ramy's track record, the guy's been second place at the Olympia. He's been top three in the Olympia 3 different times. He's been second place, fourth place, fifth place, 2-time New York Pro champ. You know, Ramy in top form, very, very difficult to beat. Even when he's a little bit off, he still gets like 5th or 6th at the Olympia. He's that good. You know, he's a massive guy with great shape. He's got a tremendous fan following. A lot of people are going to be super psyched. You know, I think a lot of people would have been satisfied if he had just gotten a special invitation and we'd see him on the Olympia stage, because we just saw him on the Arnold stage for the first time this year. He missed the Olympia last year. Last year he didn't compete at all because of shoulder issues, and he had some surgery, and that's all resolved. But, you know, it's good to have him back on stage again because he's got tons of fans. Chris Bumstead. Oh, now we're talking about Classic Physique at the Olympia. Now, you're way off topic, guy. We're talking about Ramy at the Olympia. On topic, people. You can talk about Spain show, you can talk about Ramy, but you start talking about Classic Physique at the Olympia, no. Who Ramy is working with? As far as I know, he's still working with Chad Nichols. I mean, I haven't heard any differently. And, you know, he looked good at the Arnold. He looked really good. He didn't, you know, Ramy, it's tough for somebody that big to really peak properly. Top 3 for Spain. My top 3 was Hollingshead, Rafael, and Regan, and now, you know, you got to throw Ramy in there. I can't see all 3 of those guys beating Ramy unless he's way off. You know, Ramy's one of the best bodybuilders in the world. The Giant. Talking about Jamie the Giant? Is that who we're talking about? You can't just say the Giant. Ramy and Hollingshead, I could see it coming down to those two, sure. Uh, Whoever just said the Giant, are you talking about Jamie the Giant from the UK? Is that who you're talking about? Jamie Johal? British Pro. Yeah, I know who he is. I don't see him in the mix with these guys. He's not on their level yet. He's getting better and better. Is he on the level of a Ramy or James Hollingshead or a Raphael or Regan? Not yet, We'll see how he does. He's a young guy. He's still getting better and better. But, anytime I do these videos, somebody gets upset if their favorite guy isn't talked about as the favorite. If Ramy had conditioning, he would be unbeatable. It's not condition, because I've seen that Ramy gets very, very lean. I just don't see the deep, deep cuts, the deep striations and details. That's where, like, Phil Heath killed everybody. It wasn't just that Phil had those round, bubbly muscles and nice shape. It was the fact that Phil had crazy detail. Hollingshead weakest shots. Nah, James has a killer back shots now. If you've been following James Hollingshead on his Instagram page, he's been working with Patrick Tour all year. His back lat spread, his rear lat spread, it's crazy looking right now. His rear delt bicep. James is looking tough. And you know what? I think James is going to give Ramy a battle. Out of those three men, that's my personal opinion of who's going to give Ramy the hardest time. Assuming Ramy doesn't show up off, because I don't know what kind of shape, Patrick Tour is also Ian Valier's coach, correct. Nick Strength and Power just put up a video showing Ramy having the death vase. We don't know how recent that is. I did see other videos and pictures where Ramy didn't look like he was that lean. But I don't think Ramy would be jumping into this show that's now 2 weeks away from Sunday if he wasn't in shape. He's not going to humiliate himself like that. So this Olympia is going to be crazy. My top five, oh boy. Top five. No particular order, okay? Brandon Curry, Phil Heath. Hold on, guys. I got my list here. Flex Lewis, Hadi Choopan. Who you go with, Rolly or Bonac? They're both so good. Dexter? I mean, geez. I don't know, man. That's a tough show. The Olympia is going to be, look at who we got going to the Olympia now. Ramy's going to qualify. You got Ramy. You got Phil Heath coming back. You got Brandon Curry, Rolly Winkler, William Bonac, Flex Lewis, Hadi Choopan. Better lines, Ramy. Hollingshead, to me, has better shape than Ramy. I'm not a huge fan of Ramy's overall shape and lines. I'm not. Massive guy, good shape, not the prettiest shape. It's kind of funky. I wish he would downsize his legs. I know that sounds crazy, but I honestly think his quads are too big. It's distracting. I'd like to see them. Juan Morel. Oh, man, Juan Morel. I think Juan's got a hell of a physique, but, geez, look at those names we just rattled off. Heath, Curry, Rolly, Bonac, Flex, Hadi, Dexter, Big Ramy. Can he beat any of those guys? I don't know. Yeah, Cedric or Dexter. Out of those guys, it's Dexter's last Olympia. So I definitely see Dexter coming in at his all-time best, or, as close to it as he can come. And I don't know if Dexter can win, but he's going to be up there. Don't count Dexter out. I know he's going to be 51 years old. He's turning 51 in a couple weeks. I just turned 51. He's an old man like me. But, yeah. Bonac, yeah. I mean, these guys are all so good. You can't say who's going to do what. You need to... It's a matter of who peaks perfectly on that day, who comes in full and crisp, and it's not easy. These guys have all the best coaching in the world. He just announced on the Dragon Farmer that he's doing the Spain show. So he has to do it now. Yeah, I mean, you think about that. Ramy has only been training 9 years. That's crazy. You compare it to someone like a Dexter who's been training for like 35 years. Yeah. Curry, number one. Heath, Bonac. Ramy has high lats. Yeah, I mean, Ramy doesn't have the prettiest physique. He doesn't. He's massive. He's got all the size anybody could ever want. If he gets lean, if he just had a little bit more detail, there's literally nobody that's ever had a perfect physique. Everyone you could find something to pick apart, because this is the real world. This is not Marvel Comics artwork where you can, if somebody's got something wrong, you can just erase it and fix it. Top three for Chicago. Yeah, you're off topic. See, we don't know. I bet If one of those guys that we just mentioned, Chicago, Fouad, I'm glad Fouad's coming back. I've been waiting a long time. I don't know what creates more striations, to be honest with you, because some people get that muscle maturity and the detail in striations very young, with only a few years training. I've seen it. And then other people, they get it as the years go by. You know, will Ramy have it eventually? I honestly don't see. Yeah, Nick Walker. I could see Nick. Nick Walker's going to be up there. You know, we got Justin Rodriguez, who was just second place at New York Pro and Valier. He's very good. He's going to be in Chicago. I believe Sergio Oliva Jr. is doing it, and Sergio definitely wants to win Chicago. He was second place there a couple years ago. That's his hometown where he grew up. Sergio definitely wants to win that. But like I said, assuming Ramy gets top three, which, you know, unless he's way off or something, how's he not going to get top three? So whoever gets bumped out of the top three, out of Hollingshead, Rafael Brandeo, and Regan Grimes, one of those three guys will most likely could get bumped out. Just Cement Factory. Yeah, AJ Sims, good coach. He's also Logan Franklin's coach. Did a great job with Logan at New York Pro. But like I said, if James, Rafael, or Regan, if one of those three guys doesn't make top three because Ramy jumped into the Spain show now, pretty good chance they will head over to Chicago the following weekend, which, like I said, I want Chicago to be stacked. I want that to be an awesome show because I'm covering it for Muscular Development. You know, Tim Gardner's producing it. I want that to be an incredible show. That's the last. Regan's recent training. He's been doing a lot of squeezing and ice tension work. Yeah, you know, Regan's a young guy. He gets, every time you see Regan, he's better and better. He's been training with Zane Watson up in Canada. I've seen him in Zane's Instagram a lot. Phil, Curry, Ramy. Yeah, I mean, could be Curry, Phil. Don't count Brandon Curry out, anybody, because he's put on some good size since last year. He's getting more detail. Legs are getting better. Back's getting better. Brandon's getting better and better. He's over in Kuwait with the Camel Crew. He's got Abdullah coaching him. You know, don't count Brandon out just because Phil's coming back. Phil's damn good. Phil's deadly, but don't sleep on Brandon Curry. You know, he's Mr. Olympia for a reason. Agreed, there were a couple people missing from the show last year, but, you know, theoretically everybody's going to be back on the show this year. Plus you have Flex Lewis in the mix, who was never in the Open Olympia before. Definitely sleeping on Brandon. Patrick Moore will be a top 6 contender. Yeah, Patrick just needs to take some time, rest his body, and grow. San Diego to watch Pro Show, Men's Physique. I missed you. Your question faded away before I could even see the full question, but it doesn't matter. I wanted this to be a quick one, guys. I've already run up almost. How many players compete in Mr. Olympia? It's whoever's qualified can compete. Right now, you'd have to go to MrOlympia.com. It shows you who's qualified, also who's leading in the point standings. Hadi Chupan, I know he plans on competing. I hope he can get over from Iran. I'm trying to speak to Hani Rambad to see how that's coming along. I hope Hadi's in the show. Hadi's an incredible bodybuilder. Stunning debut last year in 3rd place at the Olympia. He was a surprise of the show. I'd never seen him in person before. Very impressed with him. Yeah, I mean, it's a better Olympia with Hadi in it. Have more than 12, 15th Olympia? The Arnold limits it to 12 to 50. Usually like 12, 13 guys in the Arnold. But the Olympia is typically 20 to 25. I think some years it's been even more. Will he win Spain? It depends on how he's looking. You know, if Ramy's in shape, yeah, I mean, he probably beats all these guys. You know, but let's give everyone a chance. Let's see how they look. You know, predictions mean jack. They don't mean a thing. You can't make predictions because you don't know what's going to happen with these guys. Bodies change at the last minute. Samson Dauda, yeah, Samson should be up there. Needs a qualification, got robbed. Samson's had a rough year for sure. But if you go to our channel, we got some mini clips where he doesn't feel sorry for himself. I didn't forget Samson. He should do well. He should do well. He's got a great physique on him. I'm not forgetting anybody. This video is about Ramy, so we've been talking about Ramy. Yeah, Irish Red Pill Alpha. You took the red pill. Good for you. We need Cedric shredded, I agree. Guys, I wanted this to be a quick one. If it's this long, nobody's going to watch it because people have no attention span. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, share the videos. And that's it, man. Big Ramy is doing Spain. Big Ramy will most likely get top 3 and qualify for the Olympia. He will not need a special invite. He will earn his way to the Olympia, my prediction. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.